Hey y'all, I'm Lauren Polifka, your physical therapist and your mobility specialist as it comes to 15.2.
And I'm Jessica Alexander, your CrossFit coach and elite trainer on 15.2.
And so what we're going to do today is we're going to show you the movements of 15.2, then we're going to take you through a complete warm-up, dynamic mobility, and activation sequence that you need to maximize the results on 15.2. So Coach Jess, show us the movements.
Okay, so in 15.2, obviously we have a whole lot of overhead squats and a whole lot of chest squat. All right, so for your overhead squats, it's gonna be, I'll show you 2 reps in 2, and your chest to bar pull-ups. 1 and 2. Those are your movements for 15.2.
So in order to get warmed up for those, we have 2 main exercises in order to get your overhead squats and your chest bars ready to go. So Jessica, come on over here. Let's show them the world's greatest stretch in order to maximize squatting technique. She's gonna take her right leg forward with her left leg back. She's gonna come all the way down into the ground. First, she's gonna bring that knee really far forward to maximize the amount of ankle mobility that she needs for squatting and drive her hip low. She's gonna take both hands, place them right on the inside of that front foot, extend her back leg up as much as she can, but not to let that hip rise up into the air. Then she's gonna look forward, extending her chest, and take a couple of deep breaths to really get into her breathing sequence. Then she's gonna take her right arm, bring it up towards the ceiling, Jess. Hold it there as you start spinning through your spine and opening up your chest as you need to go overhead. Take your right arm down, take your left arm behind your head, and she's gonna rotate towards the ceiling, again, opening everything she needs for chest bars and overhead squats. Take that elbow, pump it down to the ground. She's gonna do that 3 times. After she does that 3 times, she's going to increase her hip mobility and her chest and her shoulder mobility. She'll stand on up and then she'll switch sides. You'll complete about 3 of those per side. Now we're gonna go into her hand walk series. So Jess, facing the camera, bring your feet together, bend down, touch the ground, walk your hands out into a plank position. She's gonna immediately start activating her deep core system in order to support her body weight. Then she's gonna take her feet, widen them out past shoulder distance, press your hips up into the air, Jess, going back. Right here you can see she's really working on spine extension. The farther back she can go and the more her spine can straighten, the more shoulder mobility that she's going to create for the overhead squat and to really hang from that bar. Then we're going to start activating these shoulder blades as we need to. Take your right arm up, Jess, and back down. Left arm up and down, right arm up and down, left arm up and down. Come back into your plank position, Jess. Widen your hands just as wide as your feet and start walking them forward, gripping the ground. The lower she goes, the more she's getting this deep system active. Can you feel that, Jess?
Oh, yeah.
It ain't easy, is it? All right, bring those hips up towards the air and walk your feet in, lengthening your posterior chain, which is what you always need in order to perform a good squat. Awesome. You're going to perform about 4 of those before your open workout. Now we're going to go into our dynamic mobility sequence. Go ahead, face the camera, Jess. Take the PVC pipe. And this is one of your favorites. This has gotten Jess's squats so much better. It's called squatting from the bottom up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna maximize the mobility and the range of motion at the bottom of the squat, and then we're gonna work on spine and shoulder mobility, which is really the limiting factors as you get lower and lower into that squat. So arms up, bend down, touch the ground, Jess. Keep those hands on the ground and then go into your squat, meaning knees out and elbows stay in. Lift that chest, hold it there. Take both hands, bring them up towards the ceiling. Hold there. I want to see your armpits out towards me. Don't let those shoulders roll back. Perfect, create some good stabilization patterns to stand back up. Jessica, take us through what you're feeling and how this helps you for your overhead squats.
Basically, for the initial descent, going down to the ground, bringing my hips back, bringing my shoulders forward, and keeping my spine extended. I feel really lengthened in this position. And then when I'm dropping down into the bottom of my squat, this helps me keep my hips stacked. So I'm here, I'm driving my knees out, dropping directly into the bottom of my squat, getting low, and really focusing on keeping my chest up, not letting my shoulders round out. And then when I'm coming into the overhead position, this forces me to stay shoulders active and keeping that nice tension in my lats, keeping my shoulders forward and not letting them rotate out.
So when you do that, you're gonna do about 8 of those before. Now we're gonna go into scorpions. So just land on the ground. This is to get some mobility for what we need to for chest to bar, to really get that hip popping action that you need to. So take your hands, place them in a diamond position, which means elbows out, hands together. What she's not gonna let happen as she does a scorpion is gonna let her elbows come off the ground. Bend your right leg into the air, Jess. Press up through your glute. Keep this elbow and shoulder locked to the ground as you rotate towards the camera. Try to touch your heel onto the ground. Hold it there. If we were to take a picture from her right here, this would be a real similar picture of what she would do at the very bottom of that chest bar in order to generate some power and some torque as her legs come behind her in order to get her chest back up. What do you feel there, Jess?
Basically here, I feel my shoulder activating and being forced to have tension to keep it down. And then my hips are becoming super, super open.
Yeah, so her hips, her ribs, her abdominals right here, they're stretching. So what it means is that if they're stretched, they're gonna wanna contract to help her get some power to come back up to the bar. She's gonna bring this leg down to the ground, then she's gonna go ahead, take her left leg, she's gonna press up through her glute, rotate over, tap her heel, and then she's gonna come back down. She's gonna go back and forth there about 4 to 5 times per leg. All right, Jess, let's get you active. Let's put on our torture bands. Take your green band, place it at your knees. Blue band around your feet. Yellow band around your forearms. So what we're doing is we are activating every single part of her body that needs to work to do an overhead squat. So she's gonna take her arms, press them up overhead. She's gonna widen them out, and then she's gonna think of gripping onto a bar, keeping those elbows straight, always pressing up towards the ceiling. Go ahead, Jess, rep out some overhead squats for us and tell us what you feel getting active.
Everything. Basically, my shoulders are staying active, my knees are driving out. It's forcing me to keep good form because I have to fight the tension on these bands to keep all of these muscles active in this good form position.
All you need to do is about 12 to 15 of these before your open workout. All right, you're just getting these muscles active. You're not fatiguing yourself. Last and the hardest. Let's get your lats going and your core going for your chest to bar. So all we did here is mimic a rig setup. We took 2 bands, placed them up at the top of a very high rig, put a PVC pipe here. Jessica's gonna get onto her knees. She's gonna widen her hands onto the PVC pipe the same way she would widen them in order to perform a chest to bar on the rig. Her knees are gonna be behind her to initiate, okay? She's gonna tilt forward with her hips, get a little bit of a stretch. She's gotta stabilize here. Then all she's gonna do is pull down to bring that bar towards her chest, the exact same place it's gonna land at a chest bar. So go ahead, just pull down and hold and back up. Good. Lean forward and pull down. There you go, good. And give us what you feel there.
My lats are becoming extremely active. My core is becoming active, trying to have my hips in front. So the core is being engaged, my lats are being engaged. I'm getting that nice pull down.
Same thing there, 12 to 15 reps of those. That's all you need. It's just getting that fire going for your open workout. Good luck to everyone. Give this a try. Shouldn't take you more than 10 to 12 minutes before you go ahead.